Hi, it's Gus Gresses, author of the Clarion Handy Tools, and I want to use this same handy Self SV app, which we just did a video about a few minutes ago. And while I was hooking the video about this application into the app, it occurred to me that we could probably need to do a quick video about adding help into your application. So how does anybody add help into their application these days? Personally, I've stopped using HLP style files, help files, and have gone straight to three types of files: HTML at a website, PDF based at a website or based locally, and of course video. So how does one very easily hook video and HTML and PDFs into an application? So there are a few templates that you need to know about. This more about this application, for instance, is hooked into the application using Handy Help File Fetch. Visit the Clarion Handy Tools uses Handy Help File Fetch. It's a different instance of the template. Visit What's New at CHT uses Handy Help What's New. View a video about this application, Handy Help File Fetch. The video is just a file, and it's referenced into the web. I'll show you in a minute how that's done. And then here on the application I have a link. It looks like a web link on the page, on the interface of the application. If you cursor over it, it changes color, and when you click on it, it asks you, is it okay to view the video? And lo and behold, the video comes up when you do. That template is called Handy Hyperlink. So there are 1, 2, 3 different templates to do all those different kinds of fetches. So let's take a look at what happens when we do these. We'll get the About menu to open up here as soon as I touch the app. So more about this application. Here's what that does. It opens up in this What's New page for April. Add a specific entry. It doesn't necessarily open at the top of the page. It opens at a reference called an anchor inside the page. So if this particular anchor were further down in the page would scroll down to that location. So let's see how that's done. First of all, that's this one. We drop the Handy Help File Fetch template on. We fill in the URL. That happens to be our website, www.cwhandy.ca, and then it starts. There's a // and the name of the page, April 2014, and then there's a £. That stands for anchor. It's an HTML anchor, and the anchor name is Handy Self CL Video. So let's take a look at what that page looks like. There is the page, April 2014 HTML or HTM, and there's the anchor. See, this stands for anchor, and the ID of the anchor is Handy Self CL. So that allows us to jump into a specific location on the page. I'm going to change this anchor slightly to the same website, but to a new file called CHT applications HTML $HNDSLF SV_app. Our help file maker, which I'll talk about on another video, actually allows us to, let's just close this app because I'm going to recompile it, allows us to generate information about an application. And what I've done there is enter the application, the generated anchor for that application, in our file. So more about this application. Bingo. It's going to jump there. See, it took a second, but it calculated that it opened up Handy CHT, or CHT applications, HTML, and Handy self-serve app. It went right to the app, put it at the top of the window. So that's one way to get help into your application. Now visit the Clarion Handy Tools page. That's an easy one. We simply filled in the website name and index HTML, which is our basic page. So let's take a look at that. Push the wrong button. Extensions here. There's a notice in the other page I had entered wwc, the full URL, and here I have an hprop, or an equate with an exclamation mark in front of it. That stands for whatever this equate has in it, and then index HTML. So it's explained here, note variables must be prefixed with an exclamation mark. Quotation marks not required for text entries. So you can enter the URL directly, or you can enter an equate or variable prefixed by an exclamation mark, and the same would apply here. Alright, so let's bring our app back. Guess I closed it. Let's take a look at the next one. What's new at CHT? That is Handy Help What's New, and that's an interesting one because it just asks for your website URL, and it assumes that you've done some things in the background. So this again is the equate that represents www.cwhandy.ca. What this does is, as you can see when I run the app, what's new? It happens to be April right now, so this generates a page name of April 2014 HTM, and bingo, that goes to our what's new page. Now that one goes to the top of the page, and it's what that template generates into your application. And once you compile the app, it figures out what the month of the year is, Clarion does, and it generates a page name called January 2014 HTM with the year, the month name with the year. The only caveat on that template is if you have your if you are using another language, if you've got Clarion to generate non-English month names, of course, then the month names that you have to call your pages are in whatever language. So I have pages in my directory, in my web directory. We'll go there, bring this into view for you. So I just create my pages January, February, March 2014, and so on, and all the way through the year. Just a convention I follow, and that template will find the correct page based on whatever month the month happens to be. So that is Handy Help file What's New. Let's take a look at the next menu. View a coding video about this application. And there is a video that we made earlier about this app, and that is this template. Again, it's Handy Help file fetch, and this one goes out to, again, the screencast URL and the file name for the video with whatever subdirectories are required by screencast to show that video. The next one is also, this one is also a video request, screencast, and the video name. So we have two video requests on that menu, this one and this one. And again, they're handled by those two handy help file fetch. So really three templates. Now let's take a look at this handy hyperlink. That's the hyperlink on the interface that you see here. That's this. Let's see how that's configured. Website URL, screencast, and again the file name with whatever subdirectories are required by the file name. There's no extension on that file name, but it doesn't matter. That's what screencast is expecting. I'm asking a question here, a CHT video production, okay to view the video now, and then the label on top of the question window. Do you want a bevel on the link? No, I don't want any bevels. Colors, I want white, and then when I mouse over, I'm going to get this yellow color. Again, whatever colors you put on there is up to you. That's all that's required. And then when I click that, okay to view video now, yes, and away we go. And there's our mouse over colors, white with yellow when you click over it. So there's a few ways then to hook help into your application. And I haven't shown you a PDF, but it's done exactly the same way. If you put a PDF file name in there, the file name is located on your web server, and you can display it from your application. This is the only way I would do help, because it allows me to keep help dynamic, up to date, and shell out into the user's browser, whatever his or her browser happens to be, and you can display most things. Windows will start whatever it is you start, a PDF, an HTML file, a text file, any number of standard files. The videos are MP4s. Your browser will start them, or Windows will start whatever application is designated for that particular file type, and you have your help hooked very quickly into your application with very little effort on your part. And that's all for now. We'll catch you next time.